Good afternoon, guys. This is Jason Lowry, Kobachi Ironworks. Today I'm going to be shooting a video on what I carry when I go out. This is pretty much an EDC carry kit for me. There's a couple things that are going to be different on my normal day-to-day, and I'll explain those as we get to them in the pack. Just a plain old white terry cloth towel, just because it comes in handy. It's lightweight, weighs next to nothing, so I carry it. Never know you need to dry something off. This is a arm guard for my bow when I'm carrying that. This just stays in the pack usually. I've got a slip pocket here that I just stitched on that my larger knife fits into real well. So I've got it handy and accessible. Next, I carry a scarf and a knit watch cap. Both of these are Thinsulate material. This is real handy for wrapping around my face if the wind gets real bad. I can throw this around my face, especially around the river here. We get some pretty good winds. And also, keep in mind I work at an airport here in St. Louis, so that wind coming across the tarmac can get pretty intense. These are the wool inserts, the Army wool inserts for my gloves, and then the gloves I carry. Don't think I need to really explain why I carry gloves. Keep my hands warm. The leather part actually protects them. Next, I got about 50 foot of paracord. This is a cheap plastic folding ruler, so if I break it, big deal, but this way I've got a ruler out there if I need to measure out an arrow length or a bow stave or whatever I want to play with that day. Okay, I keep a neck knife in the bag. This knife does stay in the bag at all times, even working at the airport. This is when I've spoken with TSA and they said they're okay with me carrying this one. My other knife, on the other hand, they will not let me carry. Just a small high carbon blade. It is not full tang. It's just this is an extra piece of material I had laying about, so I threw it in, put a pin in it, put a little handle on it, and called it a day. This is really just for light cutting applications. I don't use it for anything real heavy. Now I apologize here. This is just an underlayer. Got this at Walmart, $10. It's just basically it's an Under Armour type, Under Armour clone. This one happens to be the starter brand. This is the shirt. I ordinarily have a pair of pants in here with this as well, just in case I get too cold. The pants unfortunately got ripped pretty bad, so I'm going to have to pick up another pair here pretty soon. The other pair of pants that I have, I'm wearing. This guy, heavy case, but it's a sharpening system that I found at Cabela's, and I thought I'd give it a try. It's a little bit of a pain to get out, but you've got a good size diamond rod, which is the real reason I got it, was the diamond rod. But then also it's got sharpening for the carbide bit. The carbide bit's here for high carbon blades, and then the ceramic bits. And it's actually got 3 wheels in here, so you can get a couple different, slightly different angles on that. But it's also got the ceramic on it, and for the size, and they had it on sale in one of their little clearance bins, so I went ahead and just picked it up. Figured why not, and it's actually worked pretty well for a lot of the high carbon knives that I make. Because that actually replaces this item, which is basically the same thing. It's got a ceramic side, a carbide side, and a very small diamond honing rod. The honing rod is what I mainly use on my knives, and I'll just run it a couple times through the ceramic just to clean up the edge a little bit. But that one obviously has a much bigger diamond rod on it, so I stick with that one. Next, I've got just a little cheapy pencil case, and I've got pencil-sized items in it. We've got a couple of pens. There's a mechanic's flashlight. I carry a little book of matches with me just in case. Pair of hemostats. They have proven handy in the past. A lighter, another pen. These I threw in there just on a whim. These are the little cadmium, the mini cadmium glow sticks. They've proven kind of handy in the past, but nothing that I couldn't live without. But they're small, tiny, no weight. They stay in there. Carry a couple of bandages. Ever important Rolaids, and a little thing of Axe body spray, and chapstick. This isn't even for the scent. This is an alcohol base though, so if I'm in an area where I don't have adequate tinder or whatever, I've got this with me. I can just fuzz up some sticks and spray some of this on it, and it'll catch right away, which is why I carry that. Next up is the Guy Out Design Nalgene steel bottle. The one thing I did to this, guys, that I would recommend anybody do is I took this off. This actually fits around the lid here and then around the base of the neck here to keep the lid from falling off, but this thing's just going to burn and melt. I had another one of these. That's exactly what happened. It's made a huge mess that took quite a while to clean off the bottle.